Welcome learners, my name is Mr. Paul Chilola once again, your teacher on this platform. This is the only platform where you can come and learn the sciences as well as other subjects, including computer studies, at no cost at all. All right, but just in case you'd like to access our complete curriculum, where you learn at most 6 subjects to qualify for a full Msce certificate, don't hesitate to do so. You're welcome to reach out to us. Just send a text message explaining what you want. We are going to be delighted to talk to you to address your issue. Once again, if you are new to the channel, you may have to consider subscribing to the channel so that you don't miss on anything that we upload. Wishing you all the best and have a wonderful time learning with us on Black Slides Online. It gives us pleasure to have you. For now, let us know where you are watching this video from and which class you are doing. You can do so by either texting me on the number that is shared on this platform, or just leave your comment in the comment section. Welcome to Computer Studies, Form 4 Computer Studies. And we are going to be looking at a topic called networks, computer networks. All right, be looking at networks. So it's my expectation that in this topic, in this lesson or topic, you should be able to, when you have fully learned this or covered this topic, you should be able to define the term LAN as well as WAN. So define and describe a LAN and a WAN. And also understand the hardware required for setting up whether a LAN or a WAN. Your exams will require you to describe the hardware requirement for setting up a LAN or a WAN. Then we proceed to look at 3 LAN topologies or setups. Topologies or setups, types of setups. 3 types of topologies or setups. So we'll be dwelling much on these 3 main areas in the topic called networks. If you take computer studies at your school and you'd like to write an exam in it, in the Msce exams, don't hesitate to ask us for more support. We are readily available to support you here. All you have to do is just send us a text message on the number that I shared earlier on. Then we'll be able to arrange to support you. Alright, so without further ado, let us look at what a network is. What a network is. Define a network. Define the term network. Alright, what is a LAN? We're going to look at what a LAN is. What hardware do you need to make one? Alright, what is a WAN? What hardware do you need to make one? To make a WAN. What are the advantages and the disadvantages of a network? So as we continue with the lesson and the topic, we are going to be addressing these questions one by one. Alright, draw a star, ring and burst network and give advantages and disadvantages of each. Alright, I hope so far so good. If you have not subscribed to this channel, let me request you, if you can, to subscribe to the channel and also invite your friends who might need support in different subjects, who will be available to assist you, to support you. Alright, so let us define the term network. What is a network? So a network is two or more computers connected so that they can communicate with each other. That's how we define a network. So you may have two or more computers. The computers can be desktops, can be laptops, or any other types of computers. So these are linked together physically so that they can intercommunicate. They can communicate with each other. So once again, define the term network. A network is two or more computers connected so that they can communicate with each other. So computers, let's say we have computer 1 and another computer 2. So these are connected physically using connectors or wires, okay, so that they can send data to each other. Okay, so there are two main types of networks, LAN and WAN. We are going to see what these are just shortly. Alright, we're going to look at what each one of them entails. Alright. Welcome to network topologies. Okay, like I've said, we are going to look at the different types of networks, namely WAN and LAN. But for the time being, let's quickly jump to network topologies. Topologies are just different ways of connecting computers or putting computers in a network. So we have different types of networks. We have what is called the ring network, as you see here, computers, these are circles represent computers. So computers are connected in a ring format. Okay, so once connected, they appear to form a ring. And then we have the bus network, and we also have what is called a star network, in which the connected computers seem to form something like a star. And then we have a tree network. So your syllabus requires that you should know these types, describe them in terms of their advantages and disadvantages. So let's look at one type of topology at a time. The ring network consists of computers which are connected together to form a ring shape like this, so that none of them is more important than any of the others. So in other words, none of them is a server set to control the rest of the computers. In other words, they are in the same hierarchy. Alright, so in a ring network, none of the connected computers is more important than the other. By that I mean none of them is set to control the rest of the computers. Let's look at the advantages and the disadvantages of ring network. Starting off with advantages. A ring network is cheap and easy to expand. Let's suppose you want to add computers, more computers. It's so easy to do that. That's an advantage. The data flows around the network in one direction, so it is fast. So in terms of data transmission, a ring network is faster than another. There is no reliance on a central computer, so we don't need a server to control the rest of the computers. However, there are also disadvantages. One of the disadvantages of a ring network is that if there are a lot of users on the network, it could slow down as all the data is sent along a single line. So if you look at this, data is sent along a single line. So if there are many users, many computers, it means data will be slowed down. If one computer in the ring stops working, the whole network stops. It's like a series circuit in electricity. When there's a problem with one component, it means the rest of the components will stop working. Alright? That's very, very important. I hope we are together. So far, so good. If you are a first timer, you have just come to this channel for the first time, you may have to consider to subscribe to the channel so that every time I upload a video lesson, you become the first one to know or to be notified. Alright. Let's look at a bus, or sometimes also known as a bus or line network. So this one is a type of network which is called bus or line network. Alright, so in such a network, computers are connected like bus stops on a main road. If you have traveled along the main road, such as M1, if you live in Malawi, okay, you find that as you travel from Blantyre to maybe Lilongwe, there are bus stages. We call them stages or bus stops along the road, arranged like this. So you move from one bus stop to another bus stop like that. They are in a line. Okay, so computers can also be connected using this model. So computers are connected like bus stops on a main road. So none of them is more important than any of the others. Okay, it has what I call it terminators to prevent signal bounce. Okay, very, very important. So important, what's important is know the arrangement of the computers, because your examiners can simply ask you to say, sketch a diagram to show a bus network. Advantages as well as disadvantages of the bus network. Okay, advantages: it is cheap as it uses the least amount of cabling. There aren't many connecting wires, therefore it's cheap. Okay, more computers can be added without disrupting the rest. Okay, if one device or computer fails, it does not affect the rest of the network. This is like a parallel circuit in electricity. Alright, so these are advantages. Make sure you know all of them so that you can give any one of them or two when required in an exam to do so. Disadvantages, however, if there are a lot of users, the network will be slow as data has to travel through the same central cable. So sometimes the central cable can be congested, therefore it is going to be difficult to transmit data as fast as you wish. Failure of the central cable will stop the network from working. Let's suppose that the central cable has heated up and something wrong has happened to it, so it will affect the rest of the network. It is difficult to isolate a fault in the network. So if a fault arises at one station, it is going to be a bit difficult to identify. To identify the faulty, it is going to be difficult to identify the faulty computer. So it is difficult to isolate a fault in the network. The star network computers are connected like a star, as you see here. This is more like a star to a central computer such as a mainframe, which acts as a server, I think. Yeah, so there's one computer to control the rest of the computers. This computer is also called a host computer. This one is a host computer. It feeds the rest of the computers that are connected to it with data or information. Alright, I hope so far so good. My name, once again, is Mr. Pochilola, your teacher on this platform. If you'd like to learn more subjects, don't hesitate to register with us at a small fee. We will be excited. For the time being, let us know where you are watching this video from. We are going to be excited to plan well to help you, how to help you better. Alright? Just like the other topographies, a star network has both advantages and disadvantages. Yeah, if a cable fails, it will only affect one workstation. So if a cable fails, it will not affect the rest of the computers. More computers can be added without disrupting the others, and it is easier to identify problems on the network. Disadvantages, however, it is more expensive as it uses the most cabling. It demands more cables, therefore it is expensive. Like we said, it has a central computer there. So if the central computer fails, the other computers will also be affected. So these are disadvantages. Make sure you know all of them so that you can give anyone when you need be. Alright. So that is it for now. We've looked at the different types of computer networks, rather computer topologies, how computers are put together in a network. Once again, my name is Mr. Pochilola, wishing you a beautiful day.